Hello and welcome to another dramatic reading by me and Zan84. Today we're going into chapter 21 of Super Sentai vs Power Rangers, and like the previous chapter 15, 16, it's 1 for 2. Chapter 15, the first part is very objectionable, although probably less so than the previous time I've mentioned chapters, so until we're through that segment there will be no music, and also I'll tell you where to skip to in the description below. Anyway, chapter 21, Sudden Flash. Spike can be seen in his room one night, dreaming of Kaoru, was a damsel in distress from Nanashi. There's probably a word missing there, or either of us should be two sentences. Also, why is the Nanashi? Wouldn't the Nylock make more sense? And, the author's a Sentai I snob. Of course it's going to be the Nanashi. Think of it in a large Dokoku, as opposed to, Master Zandred or Octo or Decker or somebody Spike is more likely to know about. Appears holding Kaoru. Spike, help me, save me, my love, save me from this monster, Kaoru said. Hey, let go of the woman I love, said Spike. And also, since I realised I cannot do Spike's voice to save my life, I'm instead doing a voice of the guy who voiced Spike in the UK version of a video game called Monkey Escape. I have to check what his name was now. I'll curse you. It's Mark Silk. That's the voice I'm doing for Spike now. Ow. Never, said Doku. I will crush her and eat her even before you can save her. I'll show you, said Spike, who dreamed as a huge magic sword appeared in his hand. Probably not that huge, we can hold it. Spike can be seen jumping into the air, slaying Dokuku in a flash and freeing Kaoru. So he's a dream Sue. Oh, Spike, I know you'll make the perfect papa for Takaru, said Kaoru. Of course, Kaoru, my love, said Spike. He then dreamt of being married, with Takushiba calling him Papa. Okay, the author seems to way too focused on the fact that Kaoru is Taku's adoptive mother. Of a relationship is purely ceremonial. So he encountered his dream were married in a nice church building. And despite the fact that Shinkenger is a heavily Shinto-inspired series. He now kisses Kaoru. Congratulations to you both, Takushiba says. From this day forth, I am your son, Papa Spike. Woo! Said Spike. Maybe I should have gone for a Mario voice. Woo! The other Shinkenders bowed down to show their respect to the supposedly newlywed couple. Then woke up from its dream was kissing his pillow. Loser's status confirmed. He was upset at the instant and only remembered how Kaoru disliked him. Crud, it's just a dream, said Spike angrily. But I won't give up on you, Kaoru, baby. Now it's time to do it here. Flash! Because Flashman. Heh. Later, Captain Marvelous and Luca would get their first mission on Earth together. We also have Kai-Chen, Adam and Catherine. That's pretty much the effort the author goes to in assembling teams summed up in a single sentence. I guess I should be glad Leo's not as brash as he used to be deciding to go on training first. On the other hand, I sure want to meet the Ginga Man and soon. Those are two completely unrelated statements. They do not oppose each other or agree with each other. That's a wonder why I insist I go instead of him, said Kai-Chen. You see, okay, but didn't you just say he'd chosen to go to training first? What? Okay, that bell ring was accidental, ignore that. Oh, you're probably getting too cocky, aren't you, new guy? But you'll never be able to beat me out just yet, said Captain Marvelous, who was playing a game of ships with Kai-Chen. Game of ships, is that a thing? Give me a sec. Battleships. I should have guessed it was that. Anyway, hurrying on. Oh no, not again. I can't believe I lost this round, said Kai-Chen as he saw Captain Marvelous brag his way through. Well, isn't it obvious? I'm still better in this game of ships, for I'm a captain of one, said Captain Marvelous. But sure, being a pirate captain does not qualify you to be a champion at battleship. Yep, said Captain Marvelous. This is just great, said Kai-Chen, nodding in raw sarcasm. On the other hand, I do have a real battle going on. I don't think things have my coincidence of crossing between time and space, said Adam. But how does that sentence even mean? I think so too, Adam. We're brought here to make sure that our world doesn't get destroyed. It's a will from above, said Catherine. By which you mean being Akaret, probably. Let's do what we came can defend the past and this Earth, said Luca. But Legend War is a terrible thing. Nearly destroyed the Earth if we didn't find a way to reverse the timeline damage. And we know what we ought to do, said Captain Marvelous. Meanwhile, the girls can be seen bathing in the bath area in a huge tub. Where else would they bathe? They were Kimberly, Jasmine, Sakura, Jasmine, Kaoru, Ranru, and Nanami. Apparently these are the only women on board. I'm glad to send in Mrs. Date of Umiko, said Jasmine. Wait, I sense something, said Nanami. Looks like some pervert has entered. Me too, said Kaoru. I think, what if my senses are right? Oh, indeed they were right. Spike had entered into the bathing area secretly with a waterproof camera. How did nobody see him? He decided to seduce Kaoru at her most vulnerable, because that's the best idea he's ever had. And one aware of her true power as a samurai, then jumped out of the hiding area to reveal himself. Hi, Kaoru. Now say cheese. I'm going to be Taku's father. This is definitely for my own private collection, said Spike, who was doing a kissy gesture. He began to flash his cam on everyone while we were in the tub. Okay, this definitely seems like it's like a punishable offence, but the girls began to scream so loud that the detention alarm sounded. How the hell does that thing know when to activate? You're in big trouble, Spike, said Kaoru to Spike. Good, that's instant change and capture this pervert. I'm with you, said Ranru, who used her instant change gadget. You mean her morpher? Get him! Kimberly shouted. As Natsuki and Eri were released, Spike was going to be next for punishment for his terrible misdeed. The alarm began to sound. Detention alert! Many times. I guess we got a case for the ladies this time, said Hoji, who knew about the incident. Are you seriously trying to use this as an excuse to flirt? Because if so... partner, I'd like to see you in action sometime, said Ban. Hey, don't call me partner. Oh wait, I acknowledge you, said Hoji. So we offer just threw in the gag for the sake of throwing in the gag. You don't have to do anything. You are not under any kind of contract. Well, I guess it's a case of all the women can handle themselves. Well, yeah, did you really think they wouldn't be able to? Oh, I think it's that crazy guy Spike. You've been stalking on Kaoru like crazy for days, you know. And you didn't think to do anything until now? Who are the real villains here? I think it was being saved by women for playing in the shower rooms. Which also happened to have a tub for relaxing after training. I thought we just said it was a bathroom. Of course it would have a tub. They have their quick change outfit to their normal attire. But how does that even mean? Let's get that pervert, said Kimberly. Roger, said the other girls. Nanami and Ranru used their instant clothes technique, so they are now wearing military attires, and he joined forces. Who is the she in this case, Nanami or Ranru? With all the girls involved in the shower rooms. Kaoru threw her fan, causing Spike to fall down as he was hit at the head. She might be on the head. Got you, Spike, said Kaoru angrily. Now it's time to pay for your crime. Hey, let me go, said Spike, fell down. Wait, you are my captive, Kaoru, my love. Oh, Kaoru, I am always your captive. So, is she your captor or are you her captive? You're not going anywhere, Spike. It's time for detention, said Mako, carrying her rope. Because she just carries rope around with her now. He was trying to escape, but Kimberly, one of his victims, caught him. She threw her shoe, knocking Spike off balance. Nanami intervened, throwing some plastic shurikens to knock him off balance, and Kaoru threw her fan at him. I thought she only threw the fan. Did she go and pick it up? That should fix him, said Kaoru. Hey, what gives? Asked Spike, who was upset about being grabbed by women. I can't let you stalk further at the princess, said Mako. That should be stalk the princess further. As I'm one of your victims in the shower rooms, remember? Checking the thing. No, she wasn't. She was not in that room. Bell ring. There's no way I was going to get published naked on porn magazines. How do you know that's what he was going to do? Oh well, you'll learn a lesson the very hard way, said Kimberly. And Spike, I am not so yours. That should be so not yours. The cow hit him with the fan yet again. No! Shouted Spike off his voice. Cow, my love, please don't forget me. I'll never forget you. Never forget what you did to me in the shower rooms, said Cow, hit him again with her fan. He was to be brought to Director Ayat's office by the other girls, all tied up. This is so humiliating, said Saki, who was still angry about the incident. And checking again, she was actually in there. I couldn't agree with you more, Sakura, said Jasmine. By the way, I pity Kimberly if anybody sees her photo as well. I can't say a word anymore, it's too much to handle. What word would that be? Jasmine, please don't say such things. It's so embarrassing. I mean, I've been a victim of bad paparazzi once in my own shower room. Beyond that is unnecessary. Now it's my second time to be one. Sorry to hear that, Kimberly. After all, you're that pretty, so anybody would want to violate your privacy, said Jasmine. What? What kind of statement is about to say to anyone, even a friend? But now we now have to execute judgment. Hey, what gives? asked Spike. You violated our privacy and you're going to get it, said Ranu. I'm taking your camera and it's under arrest, said Jasmine. It's going to face judgment. Judgment, asked Spike. What for? You'll see, said Kaoru. Our looks of business is bad, said Spike. Now we have entered into the director's office with Spike tied down to his chair and carried by the others, namely Takeru Shiba, why him, and Mako. We caught the pervert you requested, director, said Jasmine, saluting. So did the director ask for a pervert to be brought to her? What? Good job, said Director Hire. He's a great actor in DC, you know. He must be punished for his crime at once. I actually agree with this use of the detention center, even if I do think the punishment is slightly extreme. Spike was finally placed in front of an angry Director Aya who remembered Supreme Commander Ryu falling into their bathing area. That actually happened in episode Jetman. Hey, let me go, said Spike, pleading. I was just having fun, oh Kaoru. Help me, my love. Not on my watch, and I'm not your love. Dream on, said Kaoru angrily. Dream on is generally something you don't say when you're angry. You say it when you're mocking them. Secondly, seen twisting Spike's arm. Confess, said Sakura angrily. Ow! Said Spike, begging for mercy. If the rock power is even necessary at this point, this seems more torturous. You're going to be punished for your crime. I am violating the privacy of women, said Mako. Jasmine decided to read his mind. He did not have mind-reading powers. To find his intent of saying their most private moment in the shower room to get money. So, how did they guess that? Oh, this is bad. No, I can't. No, never. I won't be on any porn magazine, not especially the infamous Playboy Razzie magazine. Playboy Razzie. The copyright-friendly term for fucking Playboy. The camera's to face judgment, said Jasmine. What? How can you pass judgment on a camera? It's not sentient. So what are your findings, Jasmine? asked Sakura, coming in fist. Spy want to sell our naked photographs and money. Now the camera must face judgment, said Jasmine, revealed her SPD badge. It's the SB license. For taking pictures of women uncovered and naked in the showers, for playing misty with the privacy of others, judgment, said Jasmine. The judgment was done, the court approved of its deletion of an X. Apparently even the court takes amateur pornography seriously. Delete approved, said Jasmine. Yes, now it's time to get rid of that evil camera. Mako, you could do the honor, said Director Aya. Director Aya tossed the camera into the air, causing Spike's face to stretch like crazy, which we will not get a description for. With a quick stroke, Mako cut the camera in half with her sword and Jasmine shot it down with her D-shooter. Okay, the camera should still exist to be restored. That's not a delete. That's bad. Delete's done, said Mako. Now the camera is no longer allowed. The girls cheered as the camera was destroyed and the memory card was crushed. I finally got there, authorized justice, after a few minutes. Spike was crying in a comedic manner. No, not my camera. It cost me a lot of money, said Spike, crying. I was supposed to buy a diamond ring for Kaoru. I wanted to propose to her. By selling our photos naked online, please. You can get more money selling them legally. Besides, Kaoru's more money to throw you off the ship, lover boy, said Mako angrily. You abused the power of your camera. Now you face the consequence of your actions. By the way, forget about me becoming your bride, Spike. You're disgusting as the ghetto shoe. Ha ha ha. Kaoru, those guys tried to murder millions of people. Go to hell. I don't want a husband like you, said Kaoru, hitting him again with the fan. Spike, I do hope you're aware of the rules over here about DC. I can't believe you're playing around the girls' shower rooms, attempt to do some explicit activity here to make money for yourself. To the rock powers of you, Spike. That is an order, said Director Aya. Takushiba finally came in after he went out to get a drink. Well, Mako, shall we drag him then, said Takushiba. Sure, it's maybe the best moment together, said Mako. Nothing says romance like dragging away a pervert to be harshly punished. No! Anything but the rock pile! No, anything but that! Screamed Spike, who was dragged by Takushiba and Mako to the rock piles. Spike can still be seen screaming for his life. He is holding through the floor, his nails scratch the carpet in the director's office. That's okay, that's over. Time to resume the music. Crazy guy. Should I keep him around like his father? He's his father hates more than he does. Teenagers, they're getting reckless these days. My daughter was still alive. Wonder what she'd say about them, asked Director Aya. Considering your age, she is probably likely also a teenager, at least, and would probably sympathise. Well, I forgot. Moni and Agri agreed to bring in more rocks for Spike's turn detention. I have to call them in. Deputy Commander Guy, could you call them in? Said Director Aya. Why are they addressing each other by titles? Certainly, Director. See? Rockpile works every time there's a new means of punishing people on board. All twice, said Deputy Commander Guy Yuki, who drank a cup of green tea to keep himself awake. So you're not in the mood for whiskey today? Asked Director Aya. Not today, maybe not ever. Now since the Shiba household gave me something worth trying, said Deputy Commander Gayuki. Besides, the Shiba household tea may become my new vice. Taku Shiba brews the best tea, you know. I'll probably leave some to the tombs of our fallen comrades in the past as present. I joined them for a few hours, said Gayuki. Why is that a separate paragraph and what I assume is the author's way of presenting a thought bubble? He then got out of the office to do his job in the battle station. Arian Natsuki is still in the office awaiting their clearance in detention, crying heavily. Arian Natsuki, you are free to go. So she was just going to leave them there for that now as if I hadn't reminded her. Hope you have learned your lesson about being naughty here in the base. So don't take advantage of lax security, as I pointed out last time. This base is no playground. If it's worse, the base could have exploded, said Director Aya with a mean look. Yes, ma'am, said Natsuki and Aries. They went out of the office. Go-Go's are still crying after her arms got hurt so much working the rock piles. Master Ino can be seen scolding Natsuki, who can be seen still crying her heart out. Natsuki, I hope you've learned your lesson, but laboratory is no place to play, said Master Ino. I understand, Masami, said Natsuki. Your careless actions already led to disaster too many times. You nearly killed us when you piloted Daiboken without consent, said Sakura. Okay, that's not didn't really lead to disaster. It helped. Said Natsuki, who was also made to write on the chalkboard. I will not play in the laboratory again many times by Professor Makino. How old does the author think Natsuki actually is? Because she's supposed to be 20 years old in the series. Hope Skull do something about his son's behaviour, said Professor Makino, who was supervising Natsuki's punishment. On the other hand, Eri is being scolded by Agri as well. Ato is also very angry. Well, you've just arrived and you're already causing mischief. Enough of that, said Agri. You're at not the fact she has to be punished for her misdeeds by making her right. I will not play in the laboratory again many times on a chalkboard. Okay, but why is Agri specifically angry? Wouldn't Alata make more sense? Does it happen at Hogam to pass by? Poor girl, only if I could help her, said Hoka. You mean if only I could help her? To her look, Cole also passed by, the man of her dreams. Oh, hi Hoka, I'll be training some more, said Cole. Hi Cole, said Hoka, who was still dating about him. Cole was simply worried about the son who he got separated from for some time. Who he got intimate with, nobody knows. It certainly wasn't Kimberly who bore Spike in here. What do you mean in here? As in the story? In the face? He got the detention notice. Spike has gone too far. He really asked for it, said Skull angry. Rock can be seen trying to read the manual given to my Professor Magno's with them. This thing's written in Japanese, Doc. I can't read it. Skull, I know you're upset about Spike, but he has to learn from his mistake. This is after all a military base, said Bo. Well, the rock piles is a good lesson. I'd hate to be there too, said Skull. By the way, boys, get it time to examine on the aliens from the archives, said Professor Makino. Professor from the Secret Show? In a wacky manner. I would not describe Makino's mannerisms as wacky. Yes, sir, said Broken Skull, getting excited for a new adventure. Oh, next week you two may go to the South American ruins, said Professor Makino. Oh, okay, W again. Oh, next week you two may go to the South American ruins. Oh boy, this is great, said Bob. Yes, South America, the jewel of the world. On the other hand, Leo can be seen conversing with Director Aya. So you know Chikina, don't you? I don't know which mission you can lead, seeing you are a Red Ranger, said Director Aya. Entirely up to you, but I'm always willing to be backup like Cole is now, said Leo. I hope your Power Rangers can help all you can to defeat the United Alliance of Evil. You have information on Chikina? You already asked that. Now you can begin analysing her as well, like Tommy Oliver provided information concerning the evil Mesogog, as opposed to the good Mesogog. On the other hand, I'm going to post a new staff member here soon enough, said Director Aya. The Sentai team travelled into the Sentai year 1986. Okay, so it's hoping to spot the United Alliance of Evil wherever they may be. First men are Jun, In, Dai, Bun, Sarah and Lou. Ooh. Okay, now to do the transformation, since there's a roll call happening. Gorkai Red! Zero Ranger 4! Blue Galaxy Ranger. The roll call for Goth Galaxy is Galaxy followed by Color. He call himself Galaxy Blue. Gokai Yellow. Zero Ranger 1. I got some business from somewhere. I think Mess may be sending reinforcements since we've been beating them like crazy, said Sarah. I agree about Sarah. We got to find out who they are, said Jin. The has been going to field search to run into Transa together with Everyone and Garja. They're also accompanied by the newly revived Giluk and Ahames. See, I told you we'd be seeing more of them last time. Well, if Mess sent you, we're going to stop you, said Jin. Mess, we're not from Mess, we're from the United Alliance of Evil, said Transa. United Alliance of Evil, said Dai. That's right, we are here to put an end to all Super Sentai forces in the past, said Viron. We can't and let that happen. Alright team, Flashman, said Jin. I'm ringing the bell because as Flashman's 180 team that does not just say their name to transform, they say Prism Flash Shut Goggle. Flashman appeared to battle the United Alliance of Evil, always be surrounded by Greenhams, Jaru, soldiers, and calves. What, said Red Flash. Green Flash did some punching action to find out that the calves are made of stone. Threw them one after the other. The heroes from the future saw the United Alliance of Evil, Gokai Red, Zero Ranger 4, Blue Galaxy Ranger, Gokai Yellow, and Zero Ranger 1 showed up as the Flashman had a hard time dealing with the villains. What, another group of superheroes, said Blue Flash. Gokai Red's dream team fired their powers together, forcing the villains to retreat. Flashman, on the other hand, were best in battle, but they reverted back to the civilian identities. Thanks a lot, said Jin. Okay, so did the dream team beat up the Flashman? Because that's rather ridiculous. Flashman led the way to the round base, where they astonished because it's a Berserk Guard time train. Whoa, you guys are far awesome, said Sarah, marveling at the mysterious time train. Thanks, said Catherine. We're here to help you guys and girls. Back to business. We're here to help you stop the United Alliance of Evil. They pervert and twist the Sentai timeline as they please. Right now you could be planning to team up with Mess, said Captain Marvelous. That is awful. If they remove one group, they create a domino, preventing a future group from ever coming. Am I right? Said Dai. You are not right. It's possible, and we're going to face disaster for both Power Rangers and Super Sentai, said Adam. I have to admit, I was transported here watching DVD was the dumbest thing to happen. Next, then it became the best thing. That sentence makes no sense, except the part it points out him being transported by watching a DVD was the dumbest thing to happen in this fic. Meanwhile, the villains were arranging their plans with the Mess. There's a definitive article that shouldn't be there. La Deus was simply outraged that Giluk and Ahames should be the United Alliance of Evil. There had some talks behind the scenes as well. That would have been interesting to see rather than the extended torture of Spike. If you wish to beat the Flashman, you have no choice but to team up with these two, said Transa. Luke was bringing some alien samples for Ahames, namely from the planets. What planets? They're the cells of Dariru. I'm not sure who that is, but it's probably somebody from Changeman I need to look up. Together with Luke's DNA to create a deadly chimera for Mess. You two carry such beautifully drawn genes. The Flashman may meet their doom soon with such a powerful creature, said Dr. Lee Keflem. Luke's DNA is mixed with that of Dariru and Xenomorph from the last episode to create a new deadly monster called Giraidon. Okay, that is not correct because, as to quote, this fic ripped off Super Sentai versus Power Rangers. Give me a sec, because I actually saved the quote. Purely to bring it up when the author made this error. And I've forgotten where it is. Yes, which probably wasn't the best thing, but anyway, I'm rambling so that there's no dead air. Because that's the last thing we want now, is it? Okay. Okay. Okay, I've probably lost it, but I'll just say that it was pointing out that monsters from Flashman generally have their names begin with the, so it should be the Giraidon. Or not Giraidon. It's going to be a very powerful creature indeed. What a magnificent master, it's far greater than anything I could think of, said Dr. Lee Keflin. And we must quickly test it against the Flashman, said Gilu. I agree with you, Gilu. I believe there'll be no match for our new monster, said Ahames. No, first he must contact the Emperor himself, said Transa. The monitor was turned on. Renegade can be seen sitting on his throne listening to devilish music. Nondescript devilish music since the He over didn't seem fit to describe what exactly he was listening to. Anyway, let's get he's now spoken with the time communicator. Sire, we have done as you asked, said Giluk. Well then, so you've already prepared the new monster. If you can defeat the Flashman, I can put you both in high ranks, said Valgate. So what about now? Office juniors? No way, that makes a bit too much sense. And oh really, sire, said Ahamas. Yes, now do as you're told. Signing out, said Valgate. Once the Gyraidon was sent to draw the Flashman out. Giluk and Ahamas releasing deadly energy bolts from the client blooded United Lines of Evil. And now I finally found that quote I saved. Aid from Super Sentai as Super Sentai, not the one I read. Oh, I mean it's a Beast Warrior, Diane said. They usually is named with V in front of their names. At the round base, the heroes were having a meeting. The monster attack from Mess and United. It's a monster attack from Mess and United Alliance of Evil, said Captain Mouse. We've got to go now, said Jin. No, we're going with you to stop them up a monster. The United Alliance of Evil may have cooked up a monster you can't handle without help, said Captain Marvelous. Flashman move into battle with Captain Marvelous' team. Unknown to them, Cole would soon be sent to the Sentai in 1986 by Akared with a special mission on hand, and find the Changeman. Okay, so that whole bit about Cole being given the sidelining, that turned out to be a lie. Cole used the ability to read through hearts to find out where the Changeman could be. That is so not how that works. Cole, the Flashman will need the Changeman to defeat this new monster. Combination of Earth Force and Flash energy to be what would destroy the monster, but he must learn to cooperate, said Akared. Cole was still be troubled as to why he was meant to become a Red Conqueror and why Akared chose him to handle the 34 Red Range of powers. But the author thinks you're hot. Do you need any other reason? Back to a Flashman may have faced the deadliest monster yet. Well, Flashman, not only did we gain new allies, but we created a monster that should beat the crap out of you, said Levonda. Giluk and Ahamas stepped forward to introduce himself. I am Giluk of the Girari Star, said Giluk. I am Ahamas of Amazo. It's Queen, said Ahamas. Surely a better way of wording that would be I am Ahamas, Queen of Amazo. Captain Marvel's team stepped forward to do battle as the United Alliance of Evil officers were there. Tranza, Bjorn and Garja were there too. It's time to test his battle skills, said Tranza. I couldn't agree any more than that, said Levonda. Fun fact, Trans and Levonda were played in the show by the same actor, but I'm giving them different voices purely to distinguish them from each other. Flashman drew their sword. Red Flash drew his prism sword to battle. He fought with Levonda. Lay Nephel fought with Yellow Flash and Pink Flash in battle. Monster leaped forward emitting deadly energy waves that started to cause severe pain in everybody's bodies. Giluk and Ahamas were laughing at the tremendous power they've created together. What's this? That's deadly energy, said Gokai Red. I think it's some weird energy but he's releasing, said Ginga Blue? What? That's not what I meant when I said his designation was Galaxy Blue. The Ranger 1 drew a shield, but even the shield didn't help. Not how a shield is supposed to protect against energy waves. Looks like we need a new, different strategy, said the Ranger 1. You got bad right, said Blue Galaxy Ranger. We can't rely too much on projectiles. The Flash began to release their various powers. Red Flash releases Fire Thunder, Green Flash releases Rolling Knuckles, Blue Flash releases Hurricane Volt, Yellow Flash releases Snow Freeze, and Pink Flash has Zero Gravity Beam. Nothing's working, said Red Flash. This is great, said Blue Flash. I mean it the bad way. Now it's not the time to give up, said Green Flash. We don't know what to do. We have to call for the ultimate attack, said Red Flash. Don't think it's the right thing to do, said Yellow Flash. We don't have a choice, said Pink Flash. Red Flash getting desperate. Called for a rolling Vulcan to try and end the battle. Flashman fired the cannon, but to no success. The energy beams are useless. Well, I'm the ultimate mess monster, said Gyraidon, who absorbed all the energy into his system. Beast Warriors generally can't talk, hence the name Beast Warriors. What bet? Even our strongest attack didn't work at him, said Red Flash. We're done for with battles of reality, said Bun. Why have we gone back to referring to them by their names? We can't just give up yet, said Dai. Garidon released the energy to rolling Vulcan back, causing the heroes to have but a very narrow escape. About to show them who's boss, said Garidon, laughing. If they got away, they'll be back. The heroes will never retreat for good until they're dead, said Tranza. This monster is better than Leech Synchro, as he could fire projectiles back as well, said Ryuan. On the other hand, we must do what we can to find them in hiding, said Galuk. I'm with you, Galuk, said Ahamas. While they retreated, Cole back in the Sentai year 2011 at the new Sky Base, training and doing heavy exercises, trying to get at Sakura so he could be effective as the Red Conqueror. Probably a was missing between Cole and Bat. He strove hard to forget his personal feelings. Sakura, if you can't love me, I can't force you. I must forget you for him to become effective in this mission, but it's going to be very hard, Sakura. When if given the chance, I'll bid Satoru Akashi out of your heart. Sakura, maybe I'm just admiring you and not loving you, said Cole, that image is still strongly imprinted in his mind. Well, he could get along, he's learning to live more civilized thanks to her, but she refused to propose to be his girlfriend. He had some tears in his eyes over it, but he had to keep personal matters off his clock. That is not what that phrase means. He suddenly felt that his friends were in danger in process. Cole, your friends are in danger. The new monster can't be beaten by them alone or by you alone. Wasn't he supposed to go back in time and prevent this? You as the Red Conqueror have the power to synchronize attacks of two Sentai groups together, which you can see sooner than you think. Must find the Changeman to aid the Flashman, said Akared inside him. Alright then, let's go, Akared, said Cole. Cole realized that the battle was dragging him to unknown proportions beyond what his muscular body and incredible strength could handle. Again, where did the idea that Cole is a muscle-bound Adonis come from? He was walking the Sentai year in 1986 to find the Changeman. He was just looking at the Changeman happened to be together, having a reunion with their mentor, Commander Ibuki. And bits is rather notable of the reunion since Ibuki is an alien. They were at Yuma's Tonkatsu shop, which he has now. I don't think it was the stuff as he was running one in the end of Changeman. Without doubt our reunions, even if Begosman is defeated. Why have Begosman not being defeated prevent you from holding reunions? Destroying a planet life-sized organism is a really hard thing to do, said Hiryu. Planet life-sized organism. I'll let you figure out what I'm talking about. None of it has changed, or is it? Said Sho, who had dropped his playboy ways and he matured throughout the series. That wasn't really an arc he had. And also he wasn't really that big of a playboy as we all seem to think he was. It's nice to see you have your dreams come true, you with all these Tonkaku to eat. Well, it's not upsetting, your voice can't change, said Mai. My horrible voice did say some horrible Zono, the singer, the greatest singer in space, said Yuma. No, the greatest singer in space is that chicken guy with the big eyes. I forget his name. Amy, I think the author's conflating two different episodes is the bottom line. I'm ringing the bell for. Who can forget that? Before Jim can be blessings too. But that horrible voice be ever been destroyed by Zono, said Commander Ibuki. Cole suddenly appeared in a red glow before the Changemen to wait for them and to tell them that the Flashmen need them. Cole, now here's our chance to exercise the power we have together, said Akared. What, but said Hiryu? Looks like it's a new enemy or something. I am Cole, otherwise the Red Conqueror. The Flashmen need your help, said Cole. This guy crazy, said Sho, ready for combat position. I am not here to fight. You're looking at Harris have returned from hell with a message. Vengeance, said Cole. Hey there, we don't know who you are, but you're speaking nonsense, said Sho. As they were speaking, both Giluk and the Hammers showed up. Apparently they decided to just take a break from killing the Flashman and the Dream Team purely to get some revenge. Giluk, Ahames, said Sayaka. That's right. We have new membership at the United Alliance of Evil, said Giluk. Say, Ainsman, we have returned to take our revenge, said Giluk. This is bad. How can we be back from the dead, said Hiryu. We were invited by the evil Emperor of Darkness to carry on his scheme, said Ahames. And his potential and morbid to their range itself. Cole finally revealed his powers to everyone. Red Conqueror! Cole saw as he became a hero. He saw Akared come out of his body and fuse with Cole. What the? Looks like this guy's insanely powerful to me. He's got some crazy dude in his body, said Chain's Dragon. How did you figure any of that out? So you're the fabled Red Conqueror I heard about, said Giluk. Now Akared has gotten an extra boost. That's right. Today you two meet your matches, Force people. For I am the Red Conqueror, champion of justice and the embodiment of hope for Red Rangers, said Red Conqueror. The Hydras appeared everywhere. Red Conqueror now is going to use his powers as Red Mask, Red Falcon and Red Turbo. Oh, to beat the others. He then shifted to Shinken Red, clearing out the rest of the bad guys. Then focused on Gilug and Ahama as we're giving the changeman a hard time, and he used the Rekka Daizant on them. This guy's insanely powerful, said Ahama. I agree, said Gilug, whose lost wind said. Changeman, I leave you the floor, said Red Conqueror. Change the sable, but change bazooka. It's the power bazooka. To remove the 2 menaces back to hell. Whoever tries to send help in the form of Giraidon, who blocked the rocket as well. What the? Even our bazookas are enough to defeat this monster, said Change Dragon. You fools! That monster's combined various DNA of different species. If you fought before, my DNA is in that fiend, said Gilug. Red Conqueror decided to draw his sword of justice to try and finish off a monster with a leaping crash attack. He attacked but to no success. What the whole plan was to combine the energies of the 2 Sentai to defeat it. What the hell was attacking it supposed to accomplish? He was grabbed by the neck by Giraidon. This is where the Red Conqueror gets conquered, said Giraidon. Cole, our true power is not in your body, but in other ranges we work together with. That's what we're a team for, Cole. Red Conqueror is you and me, not just me and you. Those are the same thing. We are a combination meant to help others, even if you are the dominant mind. Remember that you are not powerful alone. The source of our true power is linking your good heart with other good hearts, said Akared. I know, Akared, but I was hoping my power could save the Changeman for now, said Red Conqueror, trying to strike down fast to help the others. Akared temporarily empowered the Red Conqueror with so great an energy to win the battle. For now, he needed that power in order to escape. Or is it for you, you beast, said Red Conqueror, his sword glowed with so much energy. Giraidon was hit so hard with the abilities of both Red Flash and Change Dragon in him, but the problem was not yet over. Red Light enveloped the Changeman and they were taken to a round base so they could train the Flashman to coordinate their energies. I assume a Flashman had no issue with mysterious strangers appearing in their base. Will a team of the Changeman and the Flashman commence to defeat Giraidon? Find out in the next concluding episode. So not the immediate next episode, which probably is the conclusion. So anyway, this chapter is not great. The whole Spike abuse is, while slightly warranted considering his actions, Z's actions are incredibly out of character for canon Spike. It's pretty much only there because the author takes the concept of Skull having a child. I'm a fan theory that it could be Kimberly, despite that not being confirmed at all. Anyway, again, this did not need to be a 2-parter, since if you took this whole Spike abuse out, you could have just gone on with the plot. Anyway, join us later this week for when I do the concluding chapter, Earth Flash Attack, which is another lame title, I'll admit.